Do you find yourself feeling betrayed, confused, or chronically gaslit? Have you spent years believing that one day the Epstein client list would be revealed, only to find out it doesn't exist? I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Millions of Americans suffer from what's called post-Epstein, and Trumfanex is the only Maga formulated stabilizer approved for treating the side effects of having your entire political party branded as a hoax. Now, possible side effects may include excessive rewatching of 2016 rallies, sudden flashes of Lindsey Graham in high definition, emotional whiplash, night sweats triggered by the phrase perfect administration, and an uncontrollable urge to shout, "Where's the list?" Now you need to ask your doctor if Trumfanex is right for you, or don't, because the doctor might be on the list that doesn't exist. Now, Trumfanex is not responsible for shattered illusions, existential crisis, or the realization that maybe, just maybe, the establishment was always bigger than one person. Consult your conscience immediately if symptoms worsen. Trumfanex, because sometimes the gaslight is brighter than the swamp. And that's the story I'll bring you in 1 minute. Because if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Headline, Daily Mail. Give them all the fuel we need, don't we? Burning the base. Trump suffers ground zero implosion over Epstein cover-up as most ardent loyalists warn, you'll never hear the end of this. Now, what did he do? He responded with a Truth Social post. What I call the ultimate in gaslighting. Not happy about this post. Now, I want to be very clear. Does this mean that what Trump is doing overall is bad? No. But if he will do this on the Epstein list, we must send a very strong warning that we will not accept this on anything moving forward. Nor will we accept this or let it go away, no matter how much he directs us or orders us to do so. Not going to happen. What happened here is not okay. Now, we're going to cover it in the end, but he starts in just a highlighted portion. What's going on with my boys, and in some cases, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. If you didn't see my video yesterday, if you're restricted, just go back to the prior video, because I told you the one person he would most certainly protect would be Pam Bondi. Not more than about 6 hours after the video, what does he do? He protects Pam Bondi. I've done this for a long time, folks. You can almost script what he's going to do at times. Who is doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, Maga. And I don't like what's happening. Well, I'm going to show you why your own team created what's happening. Not we the people. No, it was your team. And there's no way to cover this up. We have a perfect administration. The talk of the world. And selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Now, here's where he goes off the rails, in my opinion. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more? They created the Epstein files. Hard stop. What in God's green earth are you talking about? Come on, President Trump. I respect a lot of what you're doing, but that is not okay. Don't gaslight me. This whole, and you paid for it, didn't you? Because you got what is called, see this? 34,913 replies. This is very bad when this happens to you. 31,000 likes. So you got more replies than likes. And they weren't positive. Because a lot of people like me said, we're not going to let this go. When you see someone get ratioed, and that's what happened to Trump, and us MAGA folks, you see everything that helped you get the presidency, the power, the force of Maga. Well, you now see how it feels when the shoe's on the other foot, don't you? Because Maga simply doesn't close a blind eye to reality. And when you turn it against you, man, you gotta find a way to right your ship, and you gotta find a way to do it now. No one with any politician, at least not me, follows blindly with every single thing you do. Ain't gonna happen. Never on this channel. I promise you that. And there is a whole lot more to the story, because I'm going to play you all the clips of why your administration caused this. Not MAGA, not we the people. No, your team is solely responsible for the reaction you're now receiving. I'm going to take a breath, ask you a favor. Please make sure you're subscribed. If you're new here, welcome home. This is the reality you get. I am loyal to no one person 100%. I am loyal to the topics, the issues, and the actions. That's it. And my audience, you. So I'd love you to subscribe. I'd love to see your comments below. Are you still upset by this? I want to know. And please, blow it up. Let me know if you're upset by this Truth Social post. How did this make you feel? I knew how it made me feel. Not a happy man today. Ain't gonna happen. But we got a lot more to cover. And I want to take a quick break. I haven't done this in a while, but I need a favor. I don't know if you know, Lisa Haven and I created a news platform just for you. Over at the news platform, restrictedrepublic.com, we have no commercials, no interruptions. We put content that can't be found anywhere else for very good purpose. If you haven't gone to restrictedrepublic.com, I want you there today. There's monthly and annual subscriptions. You have a dashboard you can cancel anytime. Everything we broadcast on one home. I want you there today. Also want you to go to my Facebook page, Justus Knight. Make sure you follow me there. It keeps you on some of the more personal side of what Lisa and I do every day. We'd love you to follow us, make some comments, have some fun. But make sure today, restrictedrepublic.com. It means the world to us, because no matter what any of the tech titans try to do, there we own the platform. And I promise you, you will see things you will see nowhere else. Restrictedrepublic.com. Get there right now. But now let's get back to this broadcast. Elon Musk, this is a very big deal. It is a very big deal. The reaction is huge, right? There's some simple facts here from the DOJ itself. The Department of Justice, following 1 month jury trial, Ghislaine Maxwell, sex trafficking conspiracy and sex trafficking of a minor. Well, what you're telling us now, and especially when you gaslight and yell at us, and that's what you did there. You're telling us to shut up. Nobody tells me to shut up. Nobody. So this just doesn't exist anymore. Sex trafficking of a minor doesn't exist anymore. Brush it away, because based on what you're claiming, that can't exist. Because it would be trafficking in Milton. Correct? Pretty simple part of this. Not okay. And the base can't accept this. No one could accept this. Not sure why I had that up there. Let's go to the next one. So let's go to why your administration is responsible for this reaction. Example by example by example. Remember when we learned that our wealthiest and most powerful people were connected to a guy who ran a literal child sex trafficking ring, and then the guy died mysteriously in jail, and now we just don't talk about it? That was J.D. Vance. Well, that's the loosest of examples. We'll roll forward, shall we?
Who said to me that there were some very serious rumors she had heard from influential people in the know that Jeffrey Epstein may have been using his private plane and his island with a series of video cameras, eyes in the sky, Joe, to record people doing things they shouldn't have been doing. Because, Joe, he may have been working with foreign intelligence services, and part of that work may have been getting some of these people on tape doing really bad things.
But let's forget about that. That's gone now. Remember, it was people within your own administration who caused this. No one else. Tucker Carlson saying the same quiet part out loud. Same thing Dan Bongino just stated.
Acceptable. And I think the real answer is Jeffrey Epstein was working on behalf of intel services, probably not American. And we have every right to ask, on whose behalf was he working? How does a guy go from being a math teacher at the Dalton School in the late 70s with no college degree to having multiple airplanes, a private island, and the largest residential house in Manhattan?
All good questions. It appeared one time the administration had the same questions, didn't they? So many of them using this, and by the way, a lot of people are upset just putting it into words here, because they use this as a springboard to help really push Trump forward to get elected, because they promised we the people. They talked about what was important to us, and they did it on every single talk show they could, didn't they?
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is that. I mean, there's.
Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. That's how they play the game. That's why you don't have a Black Book. Or the
No, but
manifesto.
the Black Book, it's not just sitting. I mean, that's Hoover power times 10.
And to me, that's a thing I think President Trump should run on. On day one, roll out the Black Book.
You starting to understand why people are upset? Don't blame we the people, President Trump. Don't put those Truth Social posts out when it was your people who committed this to us.
Simple, because of who's on that list. Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are. We have an election coming up, and we need to adjudicate this matter at the polls. God knows the FBI and DOJ aren't going to do anything. But
Pretty much the same thing that's happening now, huh? Wonder why people are so upset.
And I agree with you that all of this information should be released. And we should get real answers on what happened to Jeffrey Epstein and any of the high-level political people that he was involved with. All of that should be open to the public. It should be absolutely transparent. And
I am on every list except the Epstein list. We haven't heard anything about that one in a while. I'm fine with all the other lists. As long as I'm not on the Epstein list, we're good, right? Speaking of which, how is it that my father can be convicted of 34 crimes, but no one on Epstein's list has even been brought to light? I'm trying to figure out how that's possible, right?
Everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism is the way that I put it. But we
release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
A lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. But yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
That's great to hear.
And what does all that result in? Us being yelled at, chastised, gaslit. So my message to President Trump, and I truly hope he hears this. We respect a lot of what you're doing, but we're not dumb. You see, we know these clips. My audience knows many of the clips, and if they didn't, they do now. It's all on record. It was your administration that promised this to us, that mentioned it by name, that it existed multiple times, time and time again. I know you have always been a little bit hesitant around it. But the officials who promise us the information, time and time again, and then suddenly provide us with nothing. And so we question that. And you chastise us. You gaslight us. When you yourself had talked about a prior administration doing the same to we the people, and you wonder why we're upset. It's not that hard. There's a way to handle this. Admit your failures. If you were wrong and your administration officials were wrong, then call them out, one by one. Have them issue an apology to the public. Here's what we found. Here's an explanation. Or give us the truth. Trust me, we can handle it. And it may paint a lot of people in a really bad light. But you know what? For the past how many decades have we dealt with a government that has painted we the people in a really bad light? And now you have people who love you and who supported you sitting on screen burning MAGA hats. Literally. This is not the reaction any of us want. And this is being caused not by MAGA, not by we the people, but by members of your own administration through the commitments and promises made and not kept. And this is the reaction you get. Remember the very energy. I love this. This is an interesting moment for the Trump administration right now. Since it's the first time they're experiencing the same MAGA energy that has helped them to get to where they are, being temporarily turned against them. Trump is basically like, oh guys, chill out. Forget about it. Well, that's never what we do. But Epstein's a topic nobody wants to chill about, because it exemplifies so many other topics that we're now fearful will meet with the same end result. And that's why you're receiving such a guttural reaction from us. This can't happen. We won't allow it to happen. We won't sit by because you tell us to stop. Come on. Remember, you're the same man who complained about no kings. Will never, ever accept an edict from anyone, even you. We respect what you're doing, but you need to continue to respect us, the very people who put you in that seat. I love you all. I know, another strong message, but this one has bothered me to the nth degree. I can't wait to see your comments below. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justus Knight, signing out.